I'm Dan Toppy and welcome back to another brand new Fortnite video. Today I'm bringing you my full guide on how to complete all of the week 4 challenges from the season 4 battle pass. If you haven't seen one of these videos before, what I do is I go through every challenge from the week, starting off with the hardest ones, telling you exactly how to complete those ones, then I move on to the easy ones and give you a few tips on how to do them. This week's challenges aren't too hard, but there is a couple which are a little bit confusing. So starting off with challenge number 5, as always, challenge number 5 is our star finding challenge. And this week the clue is search between a bench, an ice cream truck and a helicopter. This location is shown on screen now, and this is to the northeast of the film set in Moisty Mire. All you need to do is land next to the big tree that's on the outskirts of the film set, and once you've landed there, the golden star will pop out of the ground, and then you can redeem this with whatever key you normally use to open up a chest or to normally do these stars every week. Once you've done this, you've completed challenge number 5, and you can now move on to challenge number 4, which is the other hard challenge from this week, and this one says visit the centre of 3 different storm circles in a single match. So to complete this, you need to go to the centre of 3 different circles in one game. This means you will have to survive quite a while, so you definitely want to have a lot of good loot. And it does definitely depend on where your circles land. Sometimes it will be pretty simple and you are pretty close to the centres anyway. Sometimes you will have to run a long way to get to them. What I definitely recommend is that you land near the centre of the map. So land around Tilted Towers, Salty Springs, Dusty Divot, somewhere around here, because this is towards the centre of the map. And this will mean that the centre of the circles will land closest to you, especially the first one. As long as you get to that first one, the others should land pretty close to you. When you get towards the centre of the circle, you don't have to completely guess. Just mark on your map where you think the centre of the circle is. Head to that point and somewhere near it will be a glowing purple marker. On this purple marker you'll see a circle with a thunderbolt in the middle of it. This might be something linked to the Flash, so this could be a hint for a future skin, but all you need to do is get close to it. You don't actually need to go up to it, you don't need to run into it or redeem it. Just get close to it and it will redeem it for you. Just make sure there aren't too many players around you, so you definitely want to get some loot before you're going there. You will have time at the start of the game before the circle pops up. But if you don't have good loot, I wouldn't go for it. Make sure you get some good loot so you can defend yourself, because as it is something which any player can do, they don't have to land in a certain part of the map to do it. They can land anywhere and then run to that part. It definitely attracts a lot of players, especially in the first week of these challenges being out. So make sure you do have some good loot and a lot of materials so you can safely get this. And once you've done one, you just need to repeat this 2 more times in 2 different circles and you will have completed this challenge. After that, all the other challenges are pretty simple. So starting off with challenge number 1. This says deal 1000 damage with assault rifles to opponents. We've had this challenge quite a few times in the last couple of seasons, and it's definitely one of the easiest challenges you can get, because pretty much everyone will play with an assault rifle, and all you need to do is get 10 unshielded kills with it. So it isn't a hard challenge to complete, and you just need to keep on playing, because you will eventually complete it if you are struggling. Challenge number 2 says you need to search 7 chests in Wailing Woods. This is a really hard challenge. We've had this one before back in season 3, and it's definitely a pain, but it's something you just need to grind out. As far as I know, there's only ever a maximum of 3 chests in Wailing Woods, and sometimes there is only 1, so it's definitely going to take some time, and it's definitely a challenge that is really annoying to complete. Probably the most annoying challenge we've had, because it is just really hard to do, because so many players drop there and there is so little chests there. Something that I definitely recommend is going in solo squads. So go into a solo game, stick it on no fill, because this way a lot of the squads will land at places where there'll be loads of loot, because generally, as there isn't much loot at Wailing Woods, a whole squad won't land there because they can't get properly looted up. If you're lucky, nobody else will land there, you'll be on your own, and you can pick up all the chests. If this does happen, you can get this done in about 3 games. If not, it might take you longer. I think last time it took me about 10 games. It's a right pain to complete, and it does take a long time. So make sure you just keep at it, and you will eventually get it. Remember though that you have all the season to complete all the challenges. So you have 6 weeks left to complete this challenge. So if you can't do it, leave it a few weeks, and then once people have stopped to go in there as much, it will be a lot easier to get these chests. After that, challenge number 3 says search 7 ammo boxes in a single match. This shouldn't be too hard because ammo boxes are fairly common, especially for landing in the big towns. I definitely recommend going to Pleasant Park, you generally find quite a lot there, but just make sure you are checking under the stairs and in those hidden spots behind beds, because this is where you will find the ones which aren't being looted, and it'll mean you'll get this challenge done quicker. After that, challenge number 6 says get 1 trap elimination. This might actually be quite difficult, because if you did watch my top 5 updates video, I talked about how the traps have been reduced. They now only do 75 damage instead of 125, so it isn't actually a one-hit kill anymore. Something that I'd recommend doing to be able to complete this this challenge easily is by doubling up traps. So if you put them on either side of a doorway, it means that they'll get hit by 2 traps at the same time, meaning you'll do 150 damage. So if they don't have any shield, this will be a one-hit kill, and it'll definitely be an easy way to do it. And finally, challenge number 7 says eliminate 3 opponents in Snobbish Shores. Snobbish Shores is a very good place to land now. The loot there is a lot better than it used to be, so if you're landing there you will have a lot of good guns and they shouldn't be too hard to complete. A lot of players will be going there because of this challenge, but it is pretty big and the buildings are big, so as long as you get to weapon first, it shouldn't be too difficult. One of my favourite places to land is the building on the far left, the one that does have the bunker, because this does have a lot of hidden loot that a lot of players don't know about, and it's definitely an easy way to get weapons before you head into the centre of the town to get more kills. But that has been my full guide on how to complete all of the week 4 challenges from the season 4 of Fortnite Battle Pass. This week's has been a little bit longer than usual, but that's just because that centre of the circle one was a bit harder to explain. Hopefully this has helped and hopefully we'll be able to complete these challenges a little bit easier. If this video has been helpful, please make sure you subscribe so you can see these coming every single week. If you're struggling with any challenges from the future weeks, make sure you are clicking on the playlist that's linked on screen now. Also on screen now is a playlist that will take you through to my guides on how to get all your bonus stars from the previous weeks. I will of course be covering that for this week as well. This will be coming up tonight or tomorrow. But thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.